Zhensheng was the most important documentary photographer of the Cultural Revolution. He was probably also the most important Chinese documentary photographer of the 20th century.
His work is probably the only body of work of this kind that exists about that period of time of Chinese history.
His images show us the terror, the torture, the executions, and the humiliations inflicted on the public. If it were not for his images, we would not know, at least not in a visceral way, what happened during those years.
He, as a journalist, had a responsibility towards history. That's why he took these chances, covering all these rather tough and sometimes violent situations of public humiliation that his 4 other colleagues at the newspaper would never cover. He photographed many things he was not supposed to, as a journalist, not supposed to photograph. And how he had cut out from his film his negatives, those images that were not politically correct, and how he had hid these negatives to preserve them for history. His ensemble of images, the totality, the sum of his work, there is no other body of work that is equivalent to this, that gives us the full image. And that's what his negatives do. He brought to his photography this cinematic dimension that doesn't always exist in photo reportage. But what struck me particularly were all these incredible self-portraits. He photographed himself constantly throughout his career. And I found that incredibly interesting, including this image here.
It reminds me of Saint Sebastian, shoot me with all the arrows, and I dare you. And this is the personality of Zhensheng.
It'd be impossible to look at the 60s and 70s in China and those very turbulent times without referring to his images.